Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 11 of 2025. So I've pulled out a lot of Ellie's Studio goodies. Once again, all of these cards and the die cuts are all from the March kit, so I'll link that below. And then some of the other bits and bobs that I'm using may also be new releases for March, but some just may be from my stash as well. But I love this kit. I love the start of spring vibes going on, and I felt like my photos were very start of spring for me as well. So I was excited to use them. So right now I really wanted to use the March highlights card at the top. I like using the cards that are very specific whenever I can. So it's March. I thought, let me use that March card before it goes into April and I don't get to use it this year. But it was that very blue, a very bright blue. So I was looking throughout the kit, in the die cuts and different things, to try to find a few other pieces of blue that I could add in somewhere else. So I am going to put one of these little tag label kind of things down here at the bottom on that selfie. And then I do use that little tag at the top for my dates. So at least I was able to bring in a little blue in a couple other places. Then of course I have a little bit of yellow on there. I do have a couple pictures that had yellow in them, so I wanted to use that yellow card, and then brought in a little bit of green additionally as well, since my title card is very green. So that was my thought process for the cards and things, and now we'll start to put things into place. So you might also notice over on the side, I just pulled out some LA Studio stickers. I received these a few months ago, maybe at the beginning of the year, in January, but they're really cool. I actually haven't used them because typically I do just something different every week to spell out, the week and then the number. But they're really cool because if you wanted to have a uniform style throughout your project life, you could totally use them every single week, and it would be a really easy way to get that part done. You wouldn't have to use other alphabet stickers or stamping or anything. And there's just all these little stickers that say week 1 through 52. So very cool. So I pulled off, of course, week number 11 and popped on my dates. And then I'm adding in a few other embellishments. So I did want to use some of these chipboard phrase stickers that I have. And I really wanted to use green ones if I could, to add in green into a few different areas. So I was able to find 3 of them, and I made that work. And I'm going to add those on as that rule of 3. And besides adding my journaling here in just a little bit, I think that's basically it for all the products. But I will chat with you for a few minutes about my photos. So like I was saying, spring is here. I'm so excited for that. I love when the new seasons come around, and especially after all the cold days of winter and just being cold, it being dark, it just you're just waiting for the green, the sun, all that. At least I am, for sure. So this week, I was really feeling the love, and I wanted to talk about all of the ways that spring has been happening over here. So first of all, in my journaling, I kind of touch on these things, but daylight savings, which just feels amazing, having, it stay lighter later. Also, I was able to have a wonderful day out and about in the sunlight with my best friend Casey and her daughter Andy. So you can see that 4 of my photos are from our day, our selfie, a picture with Andy there. I loved getting the foot photo because I've done that with my friends throughout many, many years. And now Andy's little feet were in it as well. And then also I have a shadow photo of the 3 of us walking, which I really loved. Then besides that, a few other things that also felt quite spring-like were the daffodils that I have at the bottom. That always makes me feel so good when the daffodils start to bloom around here. We have a ton of them at my house, and it's just kind of the first sign that spring is here. So I did pick a few of those and pop them into a vase and had them in my house, which made me really happy. And then also I did print off that smaller picture. The 2 smaller pictures on there are 2x2 squares, which I really liked. And I'm kind of blocking it right now, so I apologize. But it's of my Starbucks drink that I've been getting this season, which is the iced cherry chai, which I really like. And then this picture here is of the lemon truffles that I made over the weekend, which I love because I'm really interested in adding new traditions into other seasons. I feel like especially for me in the fall, whenever October gets here. And then, of course, at Christmas time, there's so many fun traditions and things that I look forward to and I love to do every year. But I feel like with, as winter continues and then spring, summer, I don't have a lot of traditions that I like to do. So I'm trying to put a few of those into place. And one thing that I love doing at Christmas is making Oreo truffles. And that's something that I've been doing for years now. And it's definitely a staple around here. And so I saw on the Little Blog of Vegan, which is a baking, like Instagram account that I follow, she made the Oreo truffles, but with the golden Oreos instead of the traditional, chocolate ones. And then she used white chocolate chips instead of the regular chocolate chips. So that's exactly what I did, except I subbed the golden Oreos for lemon Oreos. So I thought, why not? And they turned out so good. And it was just such a fun thing to do. And I would love if that was a new springtime tradition that I start where every year I make these lemon truffles. So that was a really fun activity to do. And I enjoyed that a lot. So those are all my photos. And as I'm kind of finishing things up, I was just trying to complete all of these little clusters that I had created. So I did pull out some of my gold stars. So I haven't used those that much recently, but that is something that I've loved to use in my scrapbooking over the past several years. I got those from Inky Quill way back in the day. She would always punch out these little gold stars. And I thought, wow, that's so up my alley. So that's what I've been doing. So I'll just get pieces of gold glitter paper off of Amazon, and I have just a star punch off of Amazon, and I just punch out a ton of them, keep them in my little star dish, and then anytime I want to grab a star or two to pop on my spreads, I'll do that. So I did add, instead of doing big sprinklings of the stars, I really strategically placed them just on 4 of the photos. And then here's where I'm trying to kind of figure out the 2 3x4 cards that have the 2 smaller photos. So those were kind of tricky for me because I was having to embellish those cards more, I felt, to fill in the space and give it a little something. So my first thought for that one with our feet was to use one of my roller my roller phrase stamps. So I was going to stamp out Tuesday because that's whenever I saw them, but it didn't stamp well. I didn't like it. So I added a little label kind of die cut piece from Ellie Studio behind there. And then I used a different roller phrase that said the sweet life and I added that on top. I like that. I think it looks fine, but I am going to end up finding a different phrase and I'm going to trade that out here as we go. And then also the card with my drink on it was just kind of bothering me. I didn't like the way that it looked, the one with just the Starbucks drink. So I was trying to kind of figure out, what did I want to do? What did I want to add to that particular card? It just felt very white and I felt like there was a lot of extra space and I don't know, it was just kind of bugging me. So it takes me a minute. You'll see I audition several things here and there, but I finally kind of change it up. So at first I was just straightening up the sticker, but then as I go, I'm going to completely change it. But I really love the way that this spread is coming together. I'll just kind of chit chat as we're figuring things out. But I really love how the spread came together. And I love using these LA Studio kits. I know I've said it a lot, and LA Studio has definitely been the main brand that I've been using this year and a lot of last year. And I am on their design team, although this particular video is just for fun. It's not with the design team projects. I just actually love LA Studio products and I really love using them for pockets. I've always been a themed kind of person, so I love having cards that are loosely themed for that time of year. And I'm a big season person, so I love that as well. But I like that they're not it's not so overtly themed, but I like that it kind of gives a nod to the season, and I just really enjoy that type of scrapbooking. And of course, it's it's perfect for pocket pages. These are just the perfect cards to add in. So they make me really happy and are really easy to work with and make the spreads just come together super easy in my opinion. So here I start to get things together. I added a different label. I kind of moved things around, you'll see. And now I'm happy with it. So I believe that this is my final spread. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you with another video very soon. Bye, y'all.